A lot of people struggle when it comes to learning the conjugations in Spanish in the beginning, but the good news is that there's a life hack, and that life hack is getting an online conjugator. So I personally like this one. It's called Spanish Dict, and you basically just type whatever word you want, for example, comer, and it gives you the dictionary, it gives you some examples on how to use it, pronunciation, but what we actually want is the conjugation. So if we go over to the conjugation, we have all of the tenses. So if we go from the very first one, comer means to eat. So in Spanish, most of the verbs will end with the letter R. So there are different types of verbs, some end with ER, some ends with AR, but basically in English it's related to something that you do. For example, to eat, to drink, to run, basically any action that you do. And the first one is the participles. So the present participle is comiendo. And what exactly is that? So comiendo means eating. So whenever you have an ing ending in English, in Spanish it's going to be an ndo ending. So you can say comiendo, eating, bebiendo, drinking, corriendo, running. So yeah, NDO is the Spanish equivalent of ing. Then we have the past. Here we have comido, which is eaten. So whenever you say something like eaten, I have drunk, I have played. In Spanish, you're gonna use the past one, and you can actually get a lot of info from there. You can just click on them, and you will get more information on how to use them. And here we have the tenses, which are the most important one. So on the right hand, we have like yo, which means I, tú, you, él, ella, usted, she, he, she, you formal, nosotros, we, vosotros, which is only used in Spain, ellos, ellas, ustedes. So when it comes to the present one, here we have yo como, I eat. Tú comes, you eat. Él, ella, usted come, he, she, or you formal eat. Nosotros comemos, we eat. Vosotros coméis, you eat, but this one is only used in Spain. Or ellos, ellas, ustedes comen, they eat. So my recommendation is to always keep a conjugator with you because you will start to notice a pattern with the words. For example, if I search for beber, which means to drink, you will start to see the endings. For example, yo bebo, yo como. Tú comes, tú bebes. Él, ella, usted bebe, él, ella, usted come. So you can actually see the endings are similar for the present category with different types of verbs. And the next one is the preterite, which is the past tense. For example, you would say yo comí, which means I ate. Yo comí. Tú comiste, you ate. Él, ella, usted comió. He, she ate, or you formal ate. And besides the preterite, we have two types of past. And this is the same thing in English. For example, we have the preterite, which is yo comí, I ate. Yo comía, I was eating. So both of them are basically the past. Yo comí, I ate. Yo comía, I was eating. The same thing happens with to drink. Yo bebí, I drank. Yo bebía, I was drinking. So yes, my recommendation is to look into them and start to see the patterns, because here you get all of the examples and you can start to see how it works. The first two are only for past, and the next two are only for the future. So we have the conditional, which talks about hypothetical situations. For example, yo viajaría a Colombia. I would travel to Colombia. So when it comes to beber, it would be yo bebería, I would drink. Tú beberías, you would drink. Él, ella, usted bebería. He, she would drink. So the same thing happens with, for example, comer. Yo comería, I would eat. Tú comerías, you would eat. Nosotros comeríamos, we would eat. So yeah, this is how the conditional works. And then we have the future one, which is used to talk about something that will happen. For example, yo comeré, I will eat. Tú comerás, you will eat. The same thing happens with beber. Yo beberé, you know what it means. I will drink. Tú beberás, you will drink. And this website has the conjugations for any type of tense, from the subjunctive to the imperative, the progressive, and it tells you exactly what all of them are used for. But the most common ones you will use are the first 5. So the first one for the present, then 2 for the past, then 2 for the future. And it's basically the same thing in English once you start to look at the conjugations. And my recommendation is to get the app. So you can just search for Spanish Dict. So this one, Spanish Dict Translation. But it also has the conjugation, which is what you actually need. So check it out on iOS and Android devices. So that's my biggest recommendation. Find an online conjugator and start playing around with it, and you will start to notice the patterns, how everything works. It doesn't have to be Spanish Dict, there are other conjugators, but Spanish Dict is my favorite one because it's the most comprehensive one. So yes, that's it for this one, and thanks for watching. This video is sponsored by myself. If you want to learn Spanish from a beginner level to advanced, check out my online video course. You can find the link in the description.